Welcome back to the channel, History Buffs. Today, we're diving into one of the most important chapters in American history, the American Revolution, and the founding fathers who led the charge for independence. Grab your coffee, and let's take a look at the figures who shaped the birth of the United States. The American Revolution wasn't just a battle of muskets and cannons, it was a revolution of ideas. It all began in the mid-1700s when tensions between the American colonies and the British Crown started to rise. British policies, like taxation without representation, were pushing colonists to the brink. By 1775, the first shots were fired at Lexington and Concord, signaling the start of a bloody, 8-year struggle for freedom. But behind those shots stood a group of brilliant and courageous men, the Founding Fathers. Let's meet some of these extraordinary individuals who played key roles in the Revolution. 1. George Washington. First up, the father of his country, George Washington. Washington is often the first name people think of when talking about the American Revolution. But his journey to this title wasn't automatic. Born into a Virginia plantation family, Washington was a seasoned military leader even before the Revolution. He gained experience fighting in the French and Indian War and became a leader among Virginia's colonial elite. When the Continental Congress was formed in 1775 to coordinate resistance against Britain, Washington was selected to be the commander-in-chief of the Continental Army. It wasn't a position he sought, it was one he felt duty-bound to accept. His leadership skills were put to the test as the new army, poorly equipped and undertrained, faced off against one of the most powerful military forces in the world. But Washington wasn't just a military man. He was a symbol of unity and perseverance. His victories at places like Trenton and Princeton revitalized the morale of the troops and the public. And when the war ended with the Treaty of Paris in 1783, Washington had already made a name for himself as a unifier, setting the stage for his eventual role as the nation's first president. 2. Thomas Jefferson. Next, we have Thomas Jefferson, the author of one of the most important documents in history, the Declaration of Independence. Born into a wealthy family in Virginia, Jefferson was a skilled writer and philosopher. He deeply believed in the rights of individuals and the power of self-government. In 1776, Jefferson was chosen to write the Declaration of Independence, a document that would forever change the course of history. In it, he eloquently stated the colony's reasons for separating from Britain and outlined the philosophical foundations of the new nation, including the unalienable rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. But Jefferson wasn't just an intellectual, he also played a key diplomatic role during the Revolution, serving as the U.S. minister to France, where he helped secure crucial support for the American cause. His contributions to the Revolution and his vision for the future of America made him one of the most influential founding fathers. 3. Benjamin Franklin. Benjamin Franklin, the polymath and inventor, was another crucial figure during the Revolution. Franklin was a master of diplomacy, and his greatest contribution came in the form of his time in France during the war. As tensions with Britain grew, Franklin was sent to Paris as the American envoy to secure French support. His charm and wit won over the French, and after much negotiation, he helped broker the crucial military and financial support that would eventually lead to victory. Franklin's influence in France was instrumental in securing the 1778 Treaty of Alliance, which was pivotal in providing the Americans with the resources they needed to win the war. But Franklin was much more than a diplomat. He had a hand in nearly every key moment of the Revolution, from being a signer of the Declaration of Independence to serving as a delegate at the Constitutional Convention. And of course, his inventions like the lightning rod proved his brilliance was unmatched in more ways than one. John Adams. Now, let's talk about John Adams, the fiery patriot who wasn't afraid to speak his mind. Born in Massachusetts, Adams was one of the loudest advocates for independence. Early on, he helped to stir up colonial resistance to British policies like the Stamp Act and the Townshend Acts. Adams played a significant role in the Continental Congress, where he was one of the first to push for the colonies to declare independence from Britain. He was a tireless advocate for the cause and, alongside Jefferson, helped draft the Declaration of Independence. After the Revolution, he served as America's first vice president and second president. Adams wasn't just a revolutionary firebrand, he was a key diplomat, negotiating peace with the British in Paris and helping to secure the Treaty of Paris in 1783. His unwavering commitment to the cause made him one of the Revolution's most important leaders. 5. James Madison. While James Madison is perhaps best known for his role in crafting the U.S. Constitution, his impact on the American Revolution cannot be understated. Madison was a crucial member of the Continental Congress and a sharp political thinker. Though not as directly involved in the military aspects of the Revolution, he played a major role in its intellectual foundations. Madison's work during the war focused on organizing resistance and rallying support for the Revolution. After the war, he became known as the Father of the Constitution, advocating for a strong federal government and helping to write the Federalist Papers. His vision for the nation shaped the direction of American government long after the Revolution ended. 6. Alexander Hamilton. Alexander Hamilton, born on the Caribbean island of Nevis, was an outsider in many ways, but his brilliance in finance and governance made him one of the most influential figures of the Revolutionary period. A self-taught lawyer, Hamilton's political philosophy leaned towards a strong central government, and he became a trusted aide to George Washington during the Revolution. Hamilton was instrumental in organizing the Continental Army's finances, and after the war, he helped lay the foundation for the American financial system as the first Secretary of the Treasury. His contributions to the Revolution were not just military but also intellectual. His ideas continue to shape American economic policy today. These are just a few of the men who shaped the course of the American Revolution. Each of them brought something unique to the table, whether it was military leadership, diplomatic skill, intellectual vision, or financial expertise. Together, they formed a group of leaders who believed in the ideals of liberty and self-governance, and they risked everything to create a new nation. While they were far from perfect, the Founding Fathers left us with a foundation of freedom that continues to influence our world today. The American Revolution was about more than just independence. It was about building a new society with the promise of equality, opportunity, and justice for all. Thanks for tuning in, history lovers. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives into history's most fascinating moments. And don't forget to share this with your friends who might want to learn more about the heroes of the American Revolution. See you next time, as we continue exploring the past that shaped our present.